So we reached 40 days, no food, fast completed. Well, guess what? I forgot to tell you how I knocked it out, how I completed it. What were the things that I did? Well, here's the secret. Discipline, discipline, discipline. All right, so what I drank the entire time, I drank fluids. And I think one of the things that's funny is when you're having a conversation with people about it and you say, man, I'm fasting, blah, 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 blah. Oh, what you doing? You drinking stuff, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you drink. Like, like drinking stuff is a whole meal. So I just found that funny. And people will try to figure out any way that they can to undermine the discipline that it takes to complete this fast. So the trick was I drank watermelon juice. I have a juicer that allows me to grind out to juice the rinds and the melon, and it does a great job. I have mason jars that I store them in. And here's a little trick. If you are a person who eats spaghetti and you have those particular mason jars or those glass jars, save those. Some of the jars like the jelly jars that are glass, save those. These are good glass jars. And some of the spaghetti jars have the mason notches on it. So you see 8 ounce, 16 ounce, 24 ounce. You'll see that on those jars. So that's what I have. I have a ton of them. And yeah, that was what I used to store my watermelon juice. In other cases, I would juice the whole cantaloupe, the rind, and the melon. Let me see another one. Apples. Apples was another one that I juiced. The mentality that goes along with you doing this, you got to know that you got to stick to your guns. Stay away from places that tempt you, all right? Especially if you know at any moment you might tap, all right? Stay away from it. I remember going on a fast one time, and literally from Thursday to Sunday, it was food at every single place. Literally, the first place had the hugest buffet at the Marriott downtown Houston. I was the Marquis or whatever that is. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I just, oh, man, out of all the times to go on a freaking fast. But I knocked it out. So the discipline has to be there. So stay away from the temptation. If you are a parent, just know you're going to be preparing food for them kids. So you go be sizzling, cutting, chopping, warming up, whatever it is, you go have that temptation right there. A lot of times as parents, when we serving that food, we charge tax. This is a tax-free time when you fast. No parent tax, no mom tax, no dad tax, no sibling tax. Whatever tax it is that you tax on that food, it is a tax-free time. Hang it up. For all my snackers out there, it's up for you. It's a wrap. No snacking. Be very conscious on your hydrating pattern, because your hydrating pattern is going to dictate your urinating pattern. All right. So you look up, you drinking all the time, you go have to keep going to the bathroom. So keep that in mind. First thing when you wake up in the morning, hydrate. First and foremost. Water was here and there. What I used for my trick for water was I used lime and water. I used lime, cayenne, and water. I used lime, cayenne, water, and ginger. These were like my cleansers at certain benchmark points. For example, 5-day, 10-day, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. These were like some of the flushing that I would do, because at the time I'm working out. And as the body's starting to burn off fat, you're going to need to use something to flush it. So the cayenne pepper, the ginger, the lime, it aids in digestion and creating bile in the liver. It aids in thermogenics. It helps, get that going in the body. And yeah, you go feel a heartbeat. You go feel some things. You go start seeing the sensitivity that you have. Another question that I got was, did I consult a physician? I did not. I've been investing in my health for many years now. I stopped eating meat a long time ago. Don't do any drugs. I don't do any alcoholic beverages, anything of that recreation. I don't do hookah, nothing that is going to pollute or contaminate this vessel that God has blessed me with. So I've done nothing but invest in being on the better side of it. And, granted, in the American food system, in the American diet, yes, there are all kinds of things that are bad for us. So little by little, especially after completing 40 days, my job is to really X a lot of those things out, the dyes, the preservatives, all those things. So mostly for me, I'm on almost a raw diet anyway. I was doing this before there were menus out there and asterisks and these special parts of the menus and all these terminologies that everybody use now. I was doing it way before that, when it was always a struggle and you always got to pull stuff out. As you go on this journey, make sure you enforce your boundary. Be conscious of not drinking sugary items. Enforce your boundary with those around you that might tempt you or just put you in that space where you smelling food or they breaking out sandwiches and stuff like that. The jokes, you're fasting, you want something, just stuff like that that doesn't contribute towards the positive version of you. Also, while you're in the discipline of the appetite, also filter out the things around you that are not positive. So as I told the story, yes, I was going through something through a particular amount of days, and I started to notice how that negativity immediately affected my heart, immediately affected what I now perceive as the stress hormone, because I'm not a stressor. I started getting that musty smell or whatnot. So your body might react a different way. You might do other things. Might be pimples, might be must, might be, you lashing out. It could be temperament. It could be your energy, because some of you all refer to yourself as getting hangry. So you got to be able to study yourself and learn who you are. So this is a huge self-exploration point in time when you go into these periods. So yeah, if you need to consult a physician, I would definitely, say do so, especially if you have any underlying conditions or something that this might put you at a huge challenge. Stay away from your temptations. I use the watermelon rind and all, melon and all. And other times I use cantaloupe, rind and all, melon, whole thing, not the seeds. Apple. And when I did the apple, I would match it with water. So if I did 8, 16, 24 ounces, then I'm adding the exact same in water to match it up. So in conclusion, do I suggest that you do this? It's on you. All right. It's pretty much on you. There are some spiritual benefits for this. There are some personal goals and gains that you can, hit, and you can build upon it. This can definitely be a good way to regulate weight. That is one thing. I got one for you. It just hit me as I'm sitting up here speaking. Guess what? When you come off that fast, do not devour and eat everything in sight. That is a huge discipline violation that I would hope that you would not slide down that slippery slope. Be sure to ease yourself back in. Now, on those 1 to 3 to 5 day kind of situations, ease yourself back in. Maybe a soup, something, mango, grapes, papaya, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, something, if you're into greens, your spinaches, arugula, stuff like that. Something that is not heavy or hard on the digestive system, okay? Do that. Do not just jump straight into eating full-blown meals because you so hungry and you fasted a particular period of time, and now you just gonna shock your system with eating these things, or run back to those greases and oils and all those preservatives and things that you just fasted away from. That is one of the hugest things that I can't say it enough. So in conclusion, I don't say do the 40 days. If you can do it, yes, great. I'm happy for you. Welcome to the team, twinsies. But 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, aim for somewhere around there. Cleanse the body, flush the body. Make sure you're drinking the proper waters. I drink natural spring water. Make sure you do your research on which ones are the best. Some people look at alkaline. I've been down that road. If it says enhanced for taste and all that other good stuff, they then pretty much tainted it. So good luck with that. So be cognizant of that. Be aware. Do your research. Don't just trust what I'm saying. Go in and educate yourself, because you're going to catch little things as you go along your journey that maybe you just might put it in your back pocket somewhere. And one day you're like, wait a minute. Oh, that's what that was saying. And that's why you this and that's why you that. That's a part of you doing your homework, because it's growth that comes with it. So it was a great fast for me. I learned a lot about myself. It was a lot of spiritual rewards that came out of it. It was a lot of spiritual growth. There was some healing revelations that came out of it. So I'll speak on that on other episodes. And this is not technically an episode. I just really did this to supplement for you all and put you all up on game. And, just follow up, because I did 22 minutes of an episode and didn't tell you how I pulled it off. So yeah, voila. I am Energizer Podcast. Look for more episodes. I'll drop another bonus episode related to fasting that I did prior to completing this fast. And it'll just probably encourage and speak to what fasting is about. I am Energizer Podcast. Adios.